and I'm going to show you exactly how to differentiate between the two. So we're talking about the DXY, the euro, the pound. We've got some commodity charts with gold, silver, and oil, and then wrapping up with NASDAQ and Bitcoin. So my name is Justin Bennett, full-time trader and founder of Daily Price Action. As always, all of this is my opinion only and not financial advice. So guys, let's start here with the DXY on the daily time frame. So in recent videos now, really for months, we've talked about this change of character back here. This is why I was looking for a higher low back here. Okay, we had the bullish change of character following the BOS back here in early 2026. So this right here is what flipped the trend from bearish in 2025 to bullish now in 2026. And furthermore too, if you look at the monthly time frame, we've also talked about this as well, but you can see where this is a really nice channel here from the DXY. So you can see where the US dollar index is coming off of this area down here. We also have some imbalances up here around 103.70 and 106 that I've also mentioned in previous videos. So those remain my target for 2026 simply because we are now starting to see the DXY break out of this range. So as long as we close June above these highs back here, I think this looks pretty good for the push up here toward 103.7, possibly 106 over the coming months. Okay, so let's now talk about the shorter term stuff here. Going back here to, let's start with the 4-hour time frame. And before we get to that, I'm often asked what my recommended broker is, and that has to be IC Markets. So right now with my link, they are going to give you a 100% deposit bonus up to $1,000. And then every deposit after that, they're going to give you a bonus of 50% up to $25,000. So they're going to give you $26,000, which is basically free money you can trade with through my link. So I'll put my link in the description of this video. I'll also put it up here in the corner so you can just click that, head over there and sign up to IC Markets. Now on top of that too, if you deposit $10,000 or more in your account, I will grant you lifetime access to our Discord group, which is also the full course, the full SMC course. And I'm in Discord every single day, posting trade ideas, posting my trades in real time. And then again, you're going to get that full SMC course as well with over 20 videos. Okay, so looking at the DXY right now on the 4-hour time frame, you can see where right now, this is the level I mentioned last week. So you can see what happened back here. We had the market basically trending within this channel here, and we broke out to the upside. Now, the DXY managed to, at least so far in the 4-hour, hold above this. However, I am recording this with a few hours left in Friday's session. So what's going to be key going into next week is if we go to a daily time frame, here's what I'm watching. So this low right here from Thursday, if I snap a level right here to this low and drag this over, this is the low that I'm watching into Friday's close. So when you're watching this after Friday's close, because I'm not going to publish the video until then, this right here is going to matter because if we close basically below this Thursday low, then we have the daily bias to the downside, okay? And we're looking at a possible push down here toward areas like 100.5. Now, on the other hand, if we hold above here, then it shows the DXY failed to close below here. That doesn't automatically mean the bottom is in, but it does show strength for the DXY. Now, what's interesting about this is this right here, guys, is not enough to just blindly place a trade. I want to be clear about that. This is just going to show you a bias, okay? Now, in terms of a trade setup, if you'll notice, that same low from Thursday is this one right here. Okay, so this low right here, if I remove this here and snap a level right here to the low and label this as our BOS, because that's exactly what it is. So this is a break of structure to the downside, right? This showed that right here, sellers were still in control. So we can use this next week because what this means is the protected high within this short-term downtrend is this high right up here. So if I now take a level right off of this high here, you can see that's right around 101.57 and move this over, then this is going to be the level that buyers have to take out to trigger a bottom for the DXY. Okay, so if the DXY closes above this high up here next week, then we have a bottom in. In my opinion, we're probably headed back toward about 102.5. Okay, so that's how I'm looking at this here. Now, if we don't do that, and especially if Friday closes below this over here, remember this is the Thursday low. If Friday's session closes below here, then in my opinion, we could get a further slide from the DXY next week. Okay, and in that case, what I'm looking at here is going to be the 4-hour time frame coming back here. In fact, let's go to a daily. You can see this trend line right back here. Now, what's interesting about this is if we were to get a further pullback from the DXY next week, we've got imbalances like these candles back here, okay? So depending on when this happens, if it were to happen, I would be eyeing areas like this right here, right around 100.5, okay? Down here in this region. So again, I don't know if we're going to get this yet. We have to wait for this to set up on Friday. But if we do get a further pullback from the DXY down here toward this area, this is where I'll be looking to do business for that push up toward 102.5. Okay, so I think this is a pretty clean look here for the DXY. Like I said, though, it's really going to come down to what happens here around that Thursday low, as well as this level up here, in terms of whether or not this is going to be the bottom for the DXY, or we are likely to get a further push down here toward 100.5 first. But all in all, it's pretty clear when you look at this on the daily time frame and just kind of move out that this right now is a bullish market. Okay, so you can even over here off of this high, now that we've had a change of character, you can basically call this over here now a break of structure on the daily. Okay, because we had the change of character over here. Okay, so close above over here, we had that higher low form, and now we've confirmed it with this BOS. Okay, so buys only for me, guys, but on pullbacks, right? That's the key. I want to buy low. I do not want to try to buy high. Okay, so with the euro now, with that in mind, what we can do is flip over to the euro and say, okay, well, let's use this as our barometer for what's going to happen or likely to happen with the euro and the pound.
Pendant que vous avez de l'argent sur un livret A à 2,4%, d'autres placent leur argent sur des actions à super dividendes pouvant atteindre 51% par an.